How you guys doing? Welcome to Country Mash. Today I'm sharing my long-term review of the Aero Precision 308 M5 budget DMR build. Alright, so I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for this video to come out. But you know, if you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you know there's been some personal stuff going on that has kind of held me back, and maybe I just kind of slowed myself down. But it's finally here. I'm sharing my long-term review with you guys. I have around 1,500 rounds through this guy. In my opinion, I feel like for a big caliber 308 rifle, 1,500 rounds is pretty significant. If you don't think so, just tell me how much you disagree down in the comments. But I feel pretty confident with 1,500 rounds, and I do have some surprising results I want to share with you guys today. So if you guys are looking for full details on all of the parts used on this build and you haven't watched the first build video, I will put a link down in the description box for you guys to go check that out. This video, I'm going to share just some brief specs of some of the main features on this rifle, and then I'm going to share the kind of accuracy I've gotten out of this, the reliability, and my overall experience. So I will also put some parts links down in the description box of this video, so if you guys are interested in any of these parts on this build, I will post them down there. So let's kick it off by going over some of those brief specs and details. So some of the highlighted parts on this build include the 18-inch rifle length heavy profile barrel from Aero Precision. It's made out of 4150 chrome moly vanadium, and it does have the QPQ finish. The barrel is high pressure tested and magnetic particle inspected, and though it may not be their stainless steel match barrel, I do have to say it is a high quality barrel. The gas block is Aero Precision's standard non-adjustable gas block. In the build video, I did talk about how I was a little surprised about that, but we will cover more on the gas block in the reliability portion of this video, and that's where we do start to get some of the surprising results. The bolt carrier group is Aero Precision's nitride finish bolt carrier group, which I do have to say, when I finally got around to cleaning it, the nitride is pretty nice to clean, and it does hold up to wear pretty well. The handguard on this build is Aero Precision's R1 Atlas handguard. This is a 15-inch M-LOK handguard, which I have to say I have been overly impressed with. It is a lighter weight handguard than Aero Precision's enhanced handguard, with a really easy to install solid Atlas mounting system. The trigger on this build is Aero Precision's mil-spec trigger, so it's your pretty standard heavy pull with the clean break trigger that you would see on most AR platforms. And while you guys are going to see in the accuracy portion that the trigger isn't a huge deal, it is something I probably will upgrade in the future. And finally, the last part that kind of stands out from this build is the VG6 Precision PRS-30 muzzle brake. You guys can tell just from looking at it, it is a beast of a muzzle brake. It does an amazing job at reducing recoil. This thing could blow dry your hair, it'll clean off your shooting table, and it will deafen any enemies close by. And to me, that screams value. So now let's talk about accuracy. The results that I share on video are also indicative of results I've been getting the whole time. So let's take a look at some of the numbers. I used 4 different types of ammo for the test. The first one was the Federal Gold Medal Match 168 Sierra Match Kings. Those grouped just under an inch. Using the Hornady 168 grain ELD match, I got just under 2 inches, which was kind of surprising, but different rifles like different things. So it's not always going to be that you buy expensive ammo and it's going to shoot well. You do have to find what your specific rifle likes. And so moving on to some of these other options, you guys are going to be a little bit surprised. Our third sample was from Gorilla Ammunition 175 grain Sierra Match Kings, which grouped about 2 1/8 inches, which again, it's really good ammo and it does group well out of my bolt action, but it didn't seem to group well out of this rifle. Now our last sample is the most surprising. I used Federal Power Shock 150 grain soft points. And that grouped just at 3/4 of an inch. And no, that was not a fluke group. I was getting those kind of groups all day out of that ammo. So clearly this barrel does tend to like the lighter weight bullets, as it seems through my testing, but this rifle can definitely shoot and I've been overly impressed with how accurate it is. So accuracy wise, it's a solid rifle. All right, so how reliable has this build been with a standard non-adjustable gas block? I talked about in that first video how I was pretty surprised that they would send out a non-adjustable gas block, being that most AR-10 platforms can be a little finicky. They can be picky. This has a standard non-adjustable gas block, and 1,500 rounds later, I have not had one cycling issue. I've had actually 0 issues at all with anything. Now, it might be a little bit overgassed if I had to, you know, say which way it was leaning, but it's definitely not overgassed enough to show any concern or cause any issues. So, I'm really impressed. I mean, again, this rifle keeps surprising me, and it's just been a joy to shoot. I have heard some reports on some of the older bolt hold opens that they would crack or break or shear. I've had no issues with mine. There's no signs of anything cracking or wearing on it. And overall, this has been a super solid rifle. I'm really impressed. I should note that this was assembled by me. I had it all in parts in the beginning, and then I assembled it myself. I don't think that has anything to do with reliability. I don't know. Obviously, if you assemble it wrong, you're going to have issues, but I wouldn't see why this would show any different reliability than, you know, something pre-built from Aero Precision, if you guys chose to go with that route, or maybe even a complete upper and a complete lower. So it is reliable. That was reliability, but what about durability? Again, being out here in Idaho in the BLM lands and shooting in all kinds of weather, in the dust, in the cold, in the heat, I've had no issues. This thing is just built like a tank. I like to do these longer term videos to really see how something is going to hold up. Even despite round count, having something for a longer period of time than, say, putting in 5,000 rounds in one weekend, the results might be different. And it's not that one way is going to test better than the other, but they're just simply different results. So I have 1,500 rounds, and it's impressive. I mean, I really am just overly blown away. You guys know I've had some bad experience with some other AR-10s on the channel. And those had adjustable gas blocks, which was probably the issue on that one. So just to have this AR-10 platform literally be flawless, like actually flawless in my current testing. Will it fail at some point after this? I don't know. But as of right now, this thing has been amazing. I am definitely a huge fan of Aero Precision more now. Again, like noted in my build video, they did provide this build to the channel, but like in other videos, just because something is sent out to me for free to test and review for you guys doesn't mean I'm going to give it a positive review. I have some videos showing that. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm happy. And if you guys are interested in a build like this, again, just as a reminder, I will have links down in the description box. And that wraps up this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys were patient enough to hold out. I'm sorry it took so long to get this review out, but it's finally here. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys got some value out of it. Maybe it helped you in some way. If it did, go ahead and hit that like button. Thank you to everyone who subscribed to the channel. You guys seriously rock. You guys have been a huge support. You guys are awesome. Again, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.